Look at these, brutal snags. This is where I'm going to be fishing up to. There could be underwater mussels, underwater branches, everything in there, absolute brutal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I approach it. Right, you've just seen those snags down there behind me that I'm fishing to, and how brutal they are. Now the end tackle needs to be really beefed up when you're fishing snags like that. Hook, Kuro S4 XS, super strong, super sharp, thick wire gauged hook. That will deal with anything at all, any bites from any fish, any lunges, anything like that. That initial take when it pulls that rod round when you're fishing up to snags. Hook link material, £25. It's got to be as strong as possible. £25 Cortex. The coated braid will stop any abrasion against the wood or mussels or anything like that. Lead clip system, the slick system. Ejects the lead, whatever ounce lead you're using, straight on the take. That'll be come off. The fish won't be able to get that lead, use that lead to tie up against those branches or any underwater debris. That comes off on the take straight away. Much higher ratio of landing fish when you use a system like that. Leader. Snag leader, £35. Low visibility, blends in with the bottom of the lake. That will stop any rubbing on any branches or anything sharp down there. Again, good ratio hooked fish, you're going to land them every time. Mainline, strong as possible. I use £18 XS Illusion fluorocarbon. Super tough, super strong and near invisible in water. That setup will let you land everything that you hook. Moving on from there, you've got to make sure that when you get the bite, when you're locked up, you're not going to lose your rod or your reel's not going to churn off or anything like that. And this is what I do to make sure that doesn't happen. If you can see my right hand rod, that's tight up against the snag we was just talking about, which I just showed you. These two little ingenious little ears here, the rubberised ears, they stop the rod from being pulled off the rest. Even though it's a nice groove in the alarm there, with the ferocity and the angle you're fishing, these rubberised arms will just stop it from pulling off. The other good, really nice thing about this is, because if you put them in your bag or in your tackle box or anything, they could break off, is you can just unscrew them. Simple as that. Stick them away, unscrew, and they look rather nice as well, don't they? Moving on from those, with the front of the reel, you need to fish those, you need that drag as tight as possible. Tight as possible when you're locked up, so that fish can't take any line at all like that. Tight as you like. Here we come to the butt end of the rod. Lovely little invention, sure grip butt rest. The way it works is you stick your rod in that way, and no matter how much that gets pulled by a fish up against those snags, it will never unlock. The only way you can get it back out again is the way it came in, like so. Lovely little invention, that one. There you go, that's how I approach my snag fishing. All those different components put together gives me 100% confidence that I'm not going to lose a single fish.